Hey, it's Nikki Thompson and you're listening to Tea with Nikki. Embrace your sexual energy. And today I am so fucking excited about this episode. So this episode is a little bit out of the ordinary in that I'm a super organized person. Okay. So I love doing podcast episodes and I love doing them when I'm kind of feeling in the flow, and I like to designate probably half a day to kind of do a couple of episodes at once. And then I'm like editing them, and they're all scheduled and posted with plenty of time in advance. Well, this episode is not like that at all. This episode, I'm recording at the moment. It's Saturday and it's coming out on Monday. So you're hearing it at some point after that. And I really, really wanted to do this episode and slot it into my prepared episodes, because last night I went to this workshop, and this workshop was the Embodiment in the Bedroom workshop, and it was one of the first workshops that I've been to that has been so openly about sex, sexuality, and all of that cool stuff. And there weren't loads of weird people there. There were just like typical people that I would normally chat to, that you see everywhere. And it really, I don't know, there's just something about it that just made me feel like, awesome, we're starting to get a bit more mainstream with this kind of content. So I'm going to go into what I got the most out of that workshop in a second. Before I get to it, I am really excited about the One Habit program. So the One Habit program is my online program where I walk people through in a group situation the exact process I take my one-on-one clients through. Now, this kind of program is everything that I love to do. So we're going to be talking about understanding some of the negative beliefs that we have, how to really tune into our sexual energy and tap into that space, and how to practice the One Habit so that we can start to shift in all areas of our life. Not only that, we actually create a really beautiful map that you have of what your life really is going to look like and what you want it to look like based on what your intuition is telling you once we've peeled back all of the beliefs and shit that's holding you back. So you're going to walk away with this beautiful plan or map or desire in you of what the fuck you want to do and how to start to make that happen. And the final piece of the puzzle, which a lot of people leave out, is how to keep moving forward with that. We call this the momentum stage. How to keep moving forward to that when everything feels like it's going to shit. How to kind of continue to embrace that one habit and move forward. It's a very beautiful program. It can be as intense as you want it to be. Some people are just like, fuck yeah, I'm going all in. I want to sort this shit out. I'm sick of doubting myself. I'm sick of feeling like crap. I'm ready. I'm ready to actually, dive into who I really am and how I want my life to look like, and I'm ready to make it happen. So for those people, it's an intense program. For those that are like, oh, okay, I'm really interested. But I don't know. And when they join, it'll be more about, starting to uncover some of these beliefs and these stories. The beauty of this program, the way I've designed it, is that you'll have access to it for 6 months. So you can keep coming back to it, and I'll run it live every couple of months. So you'll get a number of live rounds of it online. You'll always be able to ask questions in there. So even I kind of feel as though women are going to come back and rediscover things and continue to uncover more layers as they move through and start with this work. So I'm really excited about this program. We're actually starting on the 31st of January, 2021. So that's the next round that's coming up. All of the details will be in the show notes, so check it out. Or you can head to my website, nikkithompson.com, and you'll be able to find the One Habit program, or just send me an email and I will guide you to that. We've got some incredible bonuses and all sorts of good stuff happening for this round. So go and check it out. Oh my God, this just I'm really excited about this. Just the level of work and the depths that we're going to go to with the women in this program is just going to be insane. So very excited about that. So this workshop I went to last night, there were 3 speakers, Sarah Elise, Victoria Redbrand, and then there's this other guy, and I cannot for the life of me remember his name, but I will try and find it and put it in the show notes. But he was pretty awesome as well. And essentially the whole workshop was talking about a lot of the stuff I love talking about. We're talking about how sexual development is like a core part of our life. You know, we've got personal development, professional development. Sexual development needs to be part of your work and the life if you're into like the personal development world. And by that we mean like when we can really tune in and reconnect with our physical self, we can start to embrace how certain decisions feel, and we can start to embrace how certain emotions feel and not be so shit scared of them, not need to dive for a drink, food, porn, shopping, whatever addictions that we tend to have, social media as like a distraction because we don't want to feel these feelings in our body. We have never, ever been taught how to feel those feelings, what to do with that when those emotions come up. We've never been taught that because our parents didn't know, our teachers don't know. This is kind of this new level way of thinking. It's not new. It's just we kind of in the Western world, we've been so conditioned to disconnect from our physical bodies. So the work that they were talking about was just amazing. And they were talking about self-pleasure, which is, you know, one of my favorite things to talk about. Orgasms, masturbation is such a beautiful way to reconnect with your physical body because you can start to really feel it. What does it feel like? How does it feel to have pleasure in your body? And then you start to love that beautiful body of yours. Every single fucking media outlet, when you go to the shopping center, everything is telling us that there's something wrong with us. We need to fix it. This cream's going to fix it. These jeans are going to fix it. You know, this food's going to fix it. These diet pills are going to fix it. Everything's telling us that there's something wrong with us. And we believe all of that shit. When we start to self-pleasure, we can start to really reconnect with our physical bodies and know that there's nothing at all that's wrong with us. So that is something that I really want you to start to get, I guess. You know, a lot of the work I talk about orgasms and masturbation, and it's not in this, this conditioned, perverse kind of societal story, I guess, that we hear all the time and that we kind of grew up with. But it's about purely loving and cherishing our bodies. And when we start to love and cherish our bodies, we can start to sit with them and we can start to notice, what does a negative feeling feel like? You know, we know it, and then we reach for the closest thing to distract ourselves from it. When we're feeling uncomfortable, when we're feeling like, oh, this isn't the right decision, when we're feeling like, oh God, this feels like trauma is coming up, we're feeling that in our body, we don't like it, so we distract ourselves. And what we want to do is start to notice those feelings, identify those emotions, work out, how does that feel? What does a no feel like? What does a yes feel like? What does I'm exhausted, I need to rest feel like? What does a headache feel like without popping a pill? And what is our body telling us? You know, listening to our body, sexual development is all about this. It's all about listening in. It's about tuning in and understanding our body so that we can really start to reconnect and make better decisions. We can start to think about, okay, what do I actually want to be doing with my life? What decision do I really want to be making in this particular situation, whether it's about a relationship, parenting, finances, career, relationships, whatever it is about, when we can actually feel into our bodies and know what these emotions feel like. we can start to make better decisions. And when we make better decisions, we trust those decisions. For me, one of my biggest issues has always been around not trusting the decisions I make. And so I'm constantly overthinking those decisions back and forth and back and forth. It fucking drives me insane. And when we can really trust those decisions, we can start to move forward and create the life that we really, really want, a life that we want to be part of. So if we're constantly distracting ourselves from different emotions in our body, we start to make decisions that are quick. Let's make this decision because I don't want to feel this anymore. I don't want to feel like this, and it might not be the right decision. And then we're like, oh God, that wasn't the right decision. Oh God, I don't want to feel this again. I don't want to feel this again. And quick, where's my phone? I want to scroll because this feels uncomfortable. Oh, I don't want to feel this. I don't want to feel this. Where's some food or a drink or whatever it is that you turn to? These are just my biggest ones, I guess, is food and scrolling on social media. I tend to do that when I'm feeling really uncomfortable, and it's something I'm working through. But as you can see, when we are able to truly connect with our physical bodies, we can start to feel those emotions. And we can start to identify those emotions and sit with them and be okay with them. Because they're just emotions, they're just feelings. And we don't always have to make decisions based on those feelings. We don't have to. We can sit with it. And maybe this isn't the right decision. Maybe this feeling is telling us to go for it. Or maybe this feeling is a warning saying don't do it. Whatever it is, we need to practice listening in and feeling in and tuning into our bodies, because it's not something that we do and it's not something that we're taught. So when this happens, we can start to see all of these beautiful new decisions that we're making based on this reconnection. All these decisions start to really create the life that we really wanted, and it's coming from a place of our true self. When we start to unpack the layer of crap and beliefs that are, on top of our true self, and we start making decisions from that place, we can move forward and our life starts to change miraculously, because we're starting to make decisions from that place rather than just making decisions because we're scared or because we don't want to be feeling this uncomfortable, or we don't want to be feeling this trauma or whatever is going on in our bodies. So that was my biggest takeaway from the workshop last night, and it was so profound I had to share it with you. And for me, it's along the lines of all the work that I do. I love this. I love that understanding how sex integrates with the way we live our life. I just think it needs to be more mainstream, and I'm going to continue doing that so it is more mainstream. We should be talking about sex like we talk about the weather. And I feel as though we've got all these conditions, conditioning, external influences, beliefs from growing up in a world that is quite prudish and quite scared because we stopped reconnecting with our physical bodies. So I really hope you got a lot out of this session. I would love to know what you got out of this episode. I would be so grateful to know what you got out of this episode. For anyone who's willing to, who wants to leave a review on iTunes, that would be so amazing. Or even just rate it on iTunes, that would be incredible. You can also send me a message through social media or via email, nikki@nikkithompson.com. I would love to know. And what I'm going to do is put all of those people into a draw to win a prize each month. And that prize is going to be a one-on-one session. We'll do a call with me, and we can start to uncover some of these things, or if you just want to ask me heaps of questions, whatever it is that you want to do, I will draw out a one-on-one session prize every single month. So all you have to do is leave a review, rate it on iTunes, or post something on social media, tag me in it, and you will go into the draw to win that prize. So I'm very excited to kind of offer that thing. But what I really, really want is essentially to see more women listening to this topic. And I know it feels uncomfortable to share it with people, especially family and friends, but this is so important. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to come and join us in the One Habit program. We're kicking off 31st of January 2021. You can head to my website, nikkithompson.com. Show notes have the link for the program. And I'm just going to be giving you lots of lessons over the next coming weeks from the workshop and all about reconnecting with our physical bodies and just some fun shit that we spoke about last night. That would be really cool. So have an amazing day, and I will chat to you next week. Bye.